kids go home to the cardboard box. They're the sole survivors, warming their hands with a flickering flame with a light up. All their life they've been frightened, all the streets with their head down. Knowing deep down inside that they've really been let down by a country that's crippled, and I thought my count was supposed to be still. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the street where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Community outcasts, no tired and feeble. I represent single mums, all alone on their own, trying to put food in the mouth. There's 2 sons and the father's gone, there's no cash flow, lack of income, but that's just the way it is. She counts 15 needles, pushing her brow on the way to the lift. This is where Branson is safe to live and raise kids. She finds a way out of the block, with 2 kids in the pram and a rip with the state at the top. She goes to sign on just to maintain the little she's got. From a kid's say, they'll never see a decent life, but they can dream and it's deep tonight. They've been hung out and left to dry. Kids are in bed, mums left to dry. I represent for the people, let down by a nation, left in the street where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation, left in the street where it's evil. Community outcasts, no tired and feeble. I represent for the old folk that live alone. No family or kids at home, and only ones is someone to speak to and openly beats the phone. Sits at home in the dark, no electric. Since his wife off, he can't accept it. He feels isolated, neglected. Now his council's back invested. So he goes to the shop for his paper. When he's sticking, he falls in the mud. People around him all pull him up. But to him, that's just a reminder he's old and he's weak with no one to love. I see clouds up above, another bad day in the diary. An old man, when I'm in killed, but society strangled quietly. I represent for the people, let down by a nation, left in the street where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation, left in the street where it's evil. Community outcasts, go tired and feeble. I represent for the people, let down by a nation, left in the streets where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the street where it's evil. Community outcasts, go tired and...
Like they all knew the words to that, you know.
You sick fucks on a one world state. When you watch every movie you make and take what you worked hard to obtain. This world's laughing, I'm afraid. I think we're living how we should go. It seems we must be close now. Goes by, it's nothing new. They load up tracks, I hit up boost. Moving along my mouth is a weapon. Could be Tony, a bullet too. So at you, you couldn't feel my shoes. Ask Louis, I hate my Jews. Spit food with a soundway murderer. I'm coming like a one-man crew. How much damage can one man do? Plenty in London City, it's rude. Harbour lost their marks with the fog. Make some noise for Ariana Morgan. I love you, Mumsy. Big up all the mums in the audience. That's confusion. Big up Ed Sheeran. Let's go. All I see is jokers on my left, pizza on my right. You find me in the middle with a pizza different right. Before my name started tripping in his eyes, we're still showing signs on the tribute tonight. I'm in the pitch black, it's too cold, I'm all alone. Take you back to the road, back to Rome to get here and I'll hitch back. Get a cab to my mother's house, see my old man and grab a 6-pack. Tell my brother I love him and give him something that'll see him through the hard times. What's a brother for? Just when I'm sick of this life I see, it has to be my family who pick me off the floor. I make sense of all the madness. In a world full of money, full of tears, full of war. Yes, I was a ploughman, I worked for the earth, but save the wine for the entrepreneur. Watchtower. I said, Princess, get the view on. Came in, they came in, left ya. Yeah. Are you ready? Right now? Outside of the
clips when I'm in. Make your whole crew look like dicks when I'm in. Make your best man shook when I'm in. They don't want war when I'm in. Don't one of them boys ignore when I'm in. Ain't gotta watch my jaw when I'm in. Don't see leave on the floor when I'm in. When I'm
one of those MCs that everybody hates. Pop braids when he waits and kills. Blitz. Blitz. Okay, I got them.
let's go,
What does he make tracks you know? Don't gonna step on our back. You know I'm part of it, I want some tax. I'll mess around, I'll give you some hard smacks. Living short for the platinum acts. Living little boys, detonate stacks. Gonna start a whole crew lax. Money to an ace, so can't relax.
I'm going through the